Hey, y'all, buckle up because you're about to enjoy a segment from a Snaps live show, and I'm guessing it's going to be a pretty good time. Enjoy. Here we are with Darien Rencher at D_Rich_ Clemson football alum, does basically heading up Goat Farm Media's YouTube channel. Go check that out. Darien, how about Lil Clemson, right? Everybody wanting to shit on Dabo and company, and here he sits. ACC champs once again, back in the playoffs. How we feel about your Tigers?
I feel good. It's been a roller coaster of a year. Honestly, y'all, well, not y'all, but more so Aaron. The beginning of the season was a little rocky, taking that first little butt whipping was crazy. And just coming off last season, there was so much speculation on what could happen. Obviously, transfer portal stuff, whatever. But at the end of the day, people can say whatever they want and they can complain. But we did what we needed to do to sit right where we are now. Even come off that Carolina game, which was crazy. I was at that game. Was just to think about. I was like, man, we just really gave up our last mulligan. I was like, we had a shot to get back in it, and we just sold it again. But then to see everything come full circle. Shout out to Coach Brown. Shout out to a UGA guy. A little bit of ties
shout out
there.
Fran Brown.
Shout out Fran Brown, legend. He might get like a little miniature statue of Clemson. If we go win a national championship, he might get put in the ring of honor or something, bro.
Oh yeah,
literally. Syracuse did it for us, bro. And honestly, we got one more shot at life, and we made it happen.
So Darien, you were on some really talented teams at Clemson. You won 1-2 national championships. Like what a good national championship team looks like.
Yeah.
When you're around the team and when you watch them, like, do they have that kind of talent? Like, is there a talent deficit now at Clemson that we're not used to seeing? From your opinion?
I'm gonna answer this question. I'm gonna also ask another question. I think maybe the level of excellence required to win back then may not be what's needed now. Because you can even set up a lot of schools, and I feel like the playing field is leveled out to a certain extent. Like, think about the teams I was on. You have to go undefeated every season basically to even get a shot.
Yeah.
But now, you look at the playoff. There's teams with 2-3 losses, non-conference champions. It's just. So I think the pedigree to even have a shot to win has changed. And then so that's kind of all my thoughts there. Like, not all my thoughts. Look, we are having some crazy stuff. Look, let me plug my computer in. Look, guys.
I feel that. Well, no, I want to kind of reinforce that point that you just made, though, because I was reading Bill Connolly earlier, and he kind of wrote the same. He was writing the same thing, basically saying, look, when you're in a 4-team playoff, all you're really doing is adding one game. This is a legitimate tournament now. And when you're talking about a tournament, like, that's going to come with upsets, brackets being busted. So, yeah, the level of perfection is not near what it once was. In order to win this team, you get hot at the right time. Like, if South Carolina's in this tournament, who knows what the fuck happens, right?
Yeah. And that is somebody. Even I was an advocate of Carolina getting in. Obviously, you get onto some of the nitty-gritty. I get why the committee did what they need to do, but that's why I think, to me, it's something different to appreciate about the new landscape of college football, because it is more like the March Madness style, where, like, when I say the talent level is different, yes, maybe so, but then again, what's required to win a national championship isn't what it used to require, So, like, I don't know. Like, am I picking this team to go head up against the 2018 or 2016 team? I don't know.
No, hell no.
If they get it done.
Nah, Darren. The answer is
no.
You know what I'm saying? But am I sitting here telling you guys that Clemson doesn't have what it takes to go win that championship this year? I would say I think we got a shot. Like, we're in the playoff. So to me,
sure.
That's so that, because you look back at previous, like, I think back when Alabama got snubbed a couple years ago, they went and smacked whoever they did in the Cotton Bowl. I forgot who was it. I forgot who they played. They smacked maybe Kansas State. Was it Kansas State when they had my little man's?
I think you might be
I think it was Kansas. But you looked at that team and you were thinking, like, bro, they could easily be in the 14 playoff.
Yeah, 45-20 in the Sugar Bowl.
And they got snubbed. Yeah, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have got out. But I look at that and thinking, okay, like, now you got 8 more teams like that, to where it could be anybody's day these next couple weekends. Like, that's what I think. I think we're good enough to win that championship this year. Back to Aaron's point, I do think there has been some, like, the wide receiver youth thing. I think we got to revamp that, because we haven't been that for the past.
No.
Let me
me be honest. Like, I think the players would attest to that too. I think we're showing glimpses of maybe back on the rise, but we haven't been that the past couple of years.
What about?
I mean, the one part that you talk about wide receiver, the one part that we talked about the other day is the defense doesn't seem to feel the same as it used to. Like that, especially the run defense. Like I would think Clemson, and I would think obviously the great receivers, the great quarterbacks. Right. But that defense, when they were winning, was elite, and they had elite dudes up front, and they still got some dudes up front, but it just doesn't seem to be the same where you knew no matter what happened on offense, defense wasn't going to give up more than 20 points.
Right. No, I mean, like I said, testament to I like Coach Goodwin. He was there when I was there. Sharp, brilliant guy. Obviously, the Clemson defense has always been a pedigree. I would say they battled a lot of injuries this year, man, and that's something on the championship teams I was on. That's like one of the things you kind of need that to go your way too. Like we had a lot of guys stay healthy. I mean, to be in a position, they battled so many injuries this year, like season-ending injuries, guys missing, like Peter Woods missed a lot of games. TJ Parker's probably been the most consistent and probably the best player on defense, but he's played every game. DeMonte Capehart, who I think is a first, second-round guy, has been out a lot. The on defense side, Wade Woodaz has been out. So you haven't had like a full cohesive unit, which I do think aids to some of these like moments where I feel like it doesn't live up to the Clemson pedigree defense. But at the same time, there's been times we need to have it, and they've got it done. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a new era, man. I really do think, and also I think the level of what excellence is has altered, evolved. Like Georgia, y'all, like I don't know, it's everywhere. People have lost games and given up moments.
Oh yeah. Okay. What about this?
Talk to me.
This game specifically against Texas.
Right.
We have so obviously seen what Texas is. They have to be able to run the ball, right?
Got to.
And when they don't, Quinn Ewers just hasn't been that good. Like that's how Georgia won both games.
Right.
Clemson's rush defense this year, again, not good. Over 5 yards carry, all that. Can they game plan their way out of this and find a way to stop Wisner?
Yeah, honestly is going to be a perfect, like who can put together, like who can almost like patch together their weaknesses from the season and go, like kind of improve, because like you're right. Like I think that our run game hasn't been the most incredible. Like Phil's been banged up a lot this year.
Yep.
We just lost our backup season. Like Jay Haynes is out. And so like you said, even our rush defense, the Louisville game was, oh my gosh, that was tough. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, so and I mean, Coach Swinney said it himself. So I mean, there's been times where like they can turn on the tape and see times where, I mean, if they can get the running game going against us, like it could be a long day for us. Vice versa, I think we got some old linemen back. We got a lot of guys getting healthy. So I would hope to see us be able to make some real damage with our running game, because like I see Trevor Etienne. I mean, he's the reason they won those games, which salute to George O'Lana and what he was doing. So I think the proof is there of what each team could do to win. It's just who's going to get the job done. And that's just.
What's funny heading into this game too, Darren? I would not have said this beginning of the season. You and I have talked a lot about Klubnik and my feelings about him a year ago.
For sure.
The dude has balled out this year. Like I've given him his roses, man. He's been great. That I have more confidence in Cade Klubnik in this game than I do. I would never have thought that, for the past 12 months.
No, I agree. That's a great statement, because I mean, he's taking a step forward, and I feel like Quinn is taking a step back. And for whatever reason, maybe that's like, I don't know what you attribute that to, receivers, coordinator, whatever. But I do think Cade is taking a tremendous step, and he's been in the past. Honestly, you play quarterback, you're either going to be the reason we win or the reason we lose. And a lot of times we did come up short. He was the reason. I think the times we come up short, I really can't blame it on Cade. I feel like we just the team, you know what I'm saying? So that's been a positive this year. Like without Cade, bro, I mean, there's been games we obviously easily could not be in the playoffs. We damn sure could easily have never even slipped the playoffs this year. There wasn't for Cade Klubnik. And so I think that go ahead, T-Bob.
No, you go, Darren.
I just think this game has incredible storylines with him and Quinn from high school, which is something to get into. Like,
wait, fill me in on that. I don't know about this.
He beat Quinn's ass in the state championship
3 times.
3 times.
3 times?
From what I saw, 3 times they played, and Case undefeated.
No.
Yeah,
Quinn beat Cade or Cade beat Quinn?
No, Cade beat Quinn. Cade's a legend in Texas.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And so here we come and they're meeting up in the playoff. What? I completely missed that.
Even juicier, one of my little brothers, Andrew Makuba, transferred from Clemson to Texas, basically saying that Clemson didn't have a shot. And so that's also who's a starting safety for them. You got West Coast from Texas. I mean, it's a lot of juicy storylines here that I think will make this game interesting. But the main one's obviously the two quarterbacks. I mean,
I had no idea. That's my favorite shit going into these big games are the narratives that are floating.
Because I mean, Cade's got the nod in Texas. He's going back home. He's been wearing a cowboy hat all year. It's really been lining up crazily perfect. And this is the first time these two teams have matched up. I think ever. I think it's the first time that we've ever played.
So I think that I've said it plenty on the show, but the troll in me led me to, I don't even know how I got here, cheering for Clemson to win the national championship. Because
our side of the bracket, if we get to Texas,
I know if
that's our best sucks.
It's like if you hate Dabo Swinney and you think that you don't like him now, don't let this motherfucker win a natty. Because you won't be able to tell him anything.
This climate, the thing is that this is the thing. Like, if we win a national championship under all the things, I mean, obviously a lot went our way, but that's sports. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love more so the new model is it gives more storylines, more opportunity for people to talk about stuff. It makes it fun. But if we win one now, they let us in here. All the transfer portal stuff, all the NIL. Oh my!
There's no way they win, but it would be incredible, right?
No, there is a way.
There is a way. They're in the dance. I agree. There is a way,
brother. If we get through Texas, like I'm just keep it honest. If I believe in Clemson, but if you're just saying like, Darren, you got to go place a bet, put your house on line, I'm gonna say maybe let me sit this one out. You know, I'm not that. Like I feel like it is going to be a nice battle, and I do think obviously the favorite, and they've had a good year, blah, blah, blah. But if we get through Texas and we got to play Arizona State in the Peach Bowl, brother, I might put it all on.
Well, listen, Darren, I still believe that Texas is one of the top 2 rosters in college football. So if you do beat them in Austin, then you guys can definitely win it all.
That's what I'm saying. To me, it's set up that way. I think we got our work. Obviously, no game's going to be a freebie, but I think we got our work for us cut out. If we can get through this, then let's see what happens.
I do like, even though, I mean, I don't know. Is this fair to say? I would say I like Clemson's experience more, but then again, I mean,
I wouldn't even get that to us.
This Texas team was in the playoff last year.
Yeah.
So maybe not, but Dabo's been here a lot more. He's got it done. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, speaking of the portal, Darren, on behalf of Snaps, we would like to give a big welcome to Clemson. How about it? First ever real portal commitment. Yeah. You love to see it. Finally, yesterday, or what is it now? 3 days ago. Finally, getting some portal guys. Let's go, dude. Look a little old Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people don't know is he's actually been messing around the portal. It just never really came to fruition. And I do like I like that we're finally getting there from like just a PR standpoint. Like we're playing the game, guys. I ain't saying we're gonna be all in there because I don't think a whole portal roster is gonna ever build a real program. You know, there's gonna have to be some type of like culture set. But I do think times are changing. You know, speaking of wide receiver, this kid looks the closest thing I've seen to T. Higgins since T. Higgins left. I mean, dude, 6'5", rangy, twitchy, and just something we haven't really been able to recruit recently. And so I like to get. His tape is really good. And now with the new rule change, he can have 1 year, maybe 2. So I thought it was a good move from Coach Swinney. And I think it's prime time to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff.
Is it going to be one and done though? Or like we just dipping our toe in the water, Darren? Or you think they're going to get like 3, 4, 5 guys?
I think they're going to, I would say probably from what I've seen, just kind of, I feel they'll probably get a couple. Like good, like
he's going for Dabo's already soft launched his kind of changing attitude where now he's saying, oh, well, now with the revenue sharing coming, like I'm okay with that. Like I like that. I didn't like this. So he's already kind of planted those seeds.
Maybe if people didn't hear him or he didn't articulate himself, like he really hasn't shifted much. Like his thing was always, even when I was in school, I mean, I was part of NIL my last year. Y'all get y'all's bread, just take care of education, you know? And so I think people just took it as like, he was always opposed, which I don't know if we are too far from that. Just the whole commercialized, like, get rid of education. This is only strictly football.
Yes, that's the quote that I saw the other day. That's what he was talking about.
Which it kind of, I mean, y'all seen what's, I mean, it is, but hopefully these kids will get their education, because I think it still means something in the grand scheme of life. But I mean, it is getting crazy now with the contracts, negotiations, being able to pull players from different teams. So I think that's part of, like, the part he doesn't like. But as far as people getting paid, Coach Swinney's always been for guys like legally getting their money. You know,
what? So okay, I want to ask you about that, Darren, because what was it like playing for Coach Swinney? Because there can be a huge disconnect outside looking in at times. And I mean, I'll be honest. Like, look, I played for Les Miles back in the day, and everybody thought that we loved him, but, like, you know, quite frankly, a lot of people didn't really like him. And so it's what was it like playing for Swinney?
It was great. I mean, I grew up like I said, I feel like I'm very aware. Like, even when I was there, and I feel like I was a bit of leader on the team, especially during my era was when he caught a lot of slack during the COVID, we want to play stuff, and we were able to kind of lead through that together. And so I just seen Coach Swinney do a lot of different moments, and, like, as a man to man, like, utmost respect, like just ultimate man, raise a great family. It's no smoke and mirrors with Coach Swinney. What you see is what you get. Like obviously man of faith, and then just to see ultimately the culture he builds with the coaching staff. You know, I think I've seen the coaches go other places, and their respect for a head coach, or how he runs the program, how families implement it. I feel like he does a great job of really building as much as you can, as much as college football is a business, is as much family as you're going to get anywhere. And then I think for me, it's seeing ultimately how he cares about the players beyond their playing days. Like, obviously he's going to it's a business, play the best players, make you want to win, but just the infrastructure he's built around the football team for career development, player development, opportunities within your playing days and after your playing days, to me, it's like second to none as far as like a player development program. Beyond that, get into the stuff, obviously juicier topics. I think I don't think he's ever misspoken, but he definitely, I mean, he's authentic. Like, he gonna speak, he gonna say what he want to say.
Is it corny as we think he could be, or I feel like that's all coaches a little bit, but
like, but the thing is, that's part of, like, he never even that facade is, it's not really facade. Like, he's an older dad, like, he does corny jokes, but he's also, like, fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of, he's also fun. Like, that's a part of it too. Like, I think we had the most fun while we were winning as much as anybody. Like, we made sure we had fun. That's a big part of the pillar of his
That's
program.
probably true. I did always get the vibe, even when Clemson was winning natties, that it was like fun versus Alabama's kind of.
You know what I'm saying? He's just goofy. Like, he's just goofy, and that's part of him. Like, and he's not trying to be somebody he's not. Like, and it's like he is goofy, tells funny dad jokes. And we'd be like, Coach Swinney's like, all right, Coach Swinney, like, all right, stop. Like, stop. But it's like, that's why you love him, you know? And I think over time, to me, like, as much people think he's like backtrack, he hasn't really switched up. Like, what he said is, he's been saying the same things. Like, he's been about his players, graduation, and then if it makes sense without tearing the whole thing down, which I hope it doesn't happen, is how do we get these players paid and help them empower them while they have the spotlight, the platform? But how do we keep education? Because, I mean, y'all know there's plenty of guys, and I'm jealous a little bit because I would have got more money when I was in school. Even I got some money. But, like, there's plenty of guys who's going to make money now that aren't going to play in the league.
Yeah,
where are they going to be when they're 30 years old? Because we know a lot of guys that are 30 years old that were premier players. I was back at premier players that were made stat holders, record holders. Yeah, that literally they're not positioned. Like, where they are doesn't position them to where they could have been if they would have took advantage of their collegiate experience, you know?
I mean, it's one of those things where I'm sure that they're going to love to tell us all the horror stories of this guy made all this money, he lost all the money. But I think far more often what we're going to see is guys who don't make the league, but they now have money to buy a house with. They have money to
start a company with.
They're an entrepreneur. Sure. And they have a degree. Like, I mean, just fucking buying a house, dude. If you can start your life with a house, then you always have an asset to your name. Like, it's just and you have guys that can do that now. So I'm not sure how, like, the general media is going to try to spin it. Again, I think sometimes the kind of it leads stuff rules the day, but I think it's going to be a huge positive.
Hey, Darren, before we let you roll, score prediction for this weekend.
Do it, dude. Don't be fucking scared. Fuck Texas. Horns down.
No. I'm definitely, my score prediction was definitely we're going to win, but I'm not about to get on here and say something outlandish. I think it's going to be, to me, if we win, we're going to have to be like, I think we're going to have to really score some points, or just, we're going to have to be like, we're going to have to control the game. I don't see us going there and being methodical like that. I'm saying my vision, we go there and win. I say 35.
Oh, shit.
I think 35-24.
Oh, let's go, dude.
Or maybe by one, but I see us winning like closely. I mean, personally, I feel like I see us winning closely. I don't see it being a blowout. I do think we can get them though. Personally, I think we can get them.
Hell yeah, man. Look, Drew in the chat says this guy's convincing me to like Dabo. I mean, fuck Clemson. So there you go. So there you go. Starting to win over, Darien.
Come on, man. I'm just giving y'all the real. Like he's a good dude. Now at the same time, look, he's made some comments that I think over time, Tom will be a better teller than maybe the comment that was said. I think he's building a good program, and the dude wins. Hell,
he wins.
Leave it at that. Keep your character issue.
Only 2 coaches right now have a national championship that are in the playoffs: Kirby, Dabo. So
there you go. Well, Darren, can't thank you enough, man. Keep the great work, and definitely we'll be catching up with you again soon.
For sure. Y'all, Aaron, appreciate you, T-Bob. Nice to officially meet you, bro.
Yeah. It's great to meet you as well, Darren. For real, man. This was a lot of fun.
For sure. But we got to follow up. If we get spanked.
If you win, we'll bring you on next week.
We'll do either way. Yeah, we'll do either way.
All right, so y'all be good. All right,
Steve. Easy, brother. Holla. Oh, well, I'd say that was informative and fun. If you agree, please hit the like button, sub, and we'll see you next time for some more snaps.